the catastrophic confluence of events. On the morning of Tuesday, January 6th, a life-threatening and destructive windstorm swept toward the northern suburbs of Los Angeles. Around 10:30 a.m. local time, the U.S. National Weather Service issued an urgent alert. Almost simultaneously, a devastating fire erupted in LA's Palisades neighborhood. The fire was able to get started, get a foothold, and then the wind came in and pushed it really hard, explained Ellie Graydon, co-CEO of Red Zone Analytics, a company specializing in wildfire modeling for the insurance industry. This is really as bad as it can get. The wind-driven inferno rapidly escalated into a disaster that ravaged entire neighborhoods, leading to America is burning headlines across media outlets. America is burning, the aftermath. In the wake of the fire's fury, thousands of homes and other buildings were reduced to ashes. Sunset Boulevard lay in ruins, a haunting symbol of devastation. At the time of this writing, at least 10 people have lost their lives to the fires. Authorities have issued evacuation orders affecting nearly 180,000 residents. The fires are now regarded as the most destructive in LA's recorded history. Estimates of financial losses range from $52 billion to $57 billion. Yet, as investigators work to determine the fire's initial spark, be it a lightning strike, power line failure, or human negligence, the rapid transformation from a small flame to a raging inferno reflects a larger, systemic crisis. A perfect storm of conditions. The tragic truth behind why America is burning lies in a deadly cocktail of environmental factors. Drought conditions spanning years, coupled with brief but intense rainfall, created an ideal scenario for disaster. This combination allowed vegetation to grow rapidly, only to dry out later, becoming perfect tinder for wildfire ignition. On that fateful day, the Santa Ana wind's gale force gusts notorious in Southern California fueled the flames to catastrophic levels. Wind speeds reached up to 80 miles per hour, 129 kilometers per hour, turning the fire into a monstrous inferno. Without air support, we're basically playing whack-a-mole to prevent losses, remarked Graydon, referencing the grounding of firefighting aircraft due to high winds. Such conditions are part of a broader pattern linked to climate change, which not only increases wildfire risk but also accelerates fire growth rates. Studies suggest that human-induced climate change has heightened the likelihood of extreme fire growth by 25%. Climate change and wildfire proliferation. Rising temperatures and prolonged droughts rob vegetation of moisture, creating a tinderbox ready to ignite. Matt Jones, an Earth systems scientist, noted LA's extraordinary rainfall in 2022 and 2023 nearly 46 inches, 133 centimeters. While this fueled plant growth, the subsequent 2024 drought left the region vulnerable to fires. The result? A combustible landscape where small sparks lead to devastation. America is burning, and this cycle shows no signs of stopping. We're left with a really explosive situation, Jones explained. Fires of this scale are a dire consequence of erratic weather patterns driven by climate change, also known as hydroclimate whiplash. The role of the Santa Ana winds. The Santa Ana winds, locally infamous, are akin to the fen winds of Europe. These dry, powerful winds exacerbate fire conditions by fanning flames and spreading embers. In the LA fires, their destructive potential was on full display, pushing flames over miles and sparking new blazes far from the original ignition point. These winds are becoming more frequent and intense due to climate change, says Jones. Their influence is profound, tripling the area burned on windy days compared to calmer conditions. Research shows that wildfires fueled by windstorms America is burning faster and more unpredictably, endangering lives and property alike. Wildfires that make their own weather. In extreme cases, fires themselves generate localized weather patterns. Intense heat creates powerful updrafts that form pyrocumulus clouds, which can cause lightning strikes and trigger additional fires. This terrifying phenomenon was evident in recent LA wildfires, underscoring the dangerous synergy between fire and wind. America is burning is not just a headline, it's a grim reality. rapidly spreading fires, whether driven by Santa Ana winds or their self-generated weather systems, pose a growing threat to urban and rural communities alike. Hard lessons in fireproofing solutions. The question of whether it's safe to live near fire-prone areas looms large. Insurers are retreating from California, and the state's Department of Insurance is scrambling to make policies more accessible. Meanwhile, proactive residents seek fireproofing strategies. The Getty Villa, an architectural marvel in Pacific Palisades, offers some lessons. Routine vegetation trimming minimizes available fuel. Double-walled galleries provide added fire resistance. Air conditioning systems limit the flow of hot air. However, even the most fortified homes remain vulnerable. Wind-driven embers can ignite fires miles away from the main blaze, making containment an uphill battle. Homeowners can improve their odds by installing ember-resistant vents and gutter guards, removing flammable debris, and planning evacuation routes. Still, the scale of destruction in recent fires, including celebrity mansions, demonstrates that fireproofing alone is not enough when America is burning. Technology, goats, and the future of firefighting. Los Angeles employs creative and technological methods to mitigate fire risks. Goats are used to graze brush on hillsides, reducing fuel for fires. Surveillance cameras and supercomputers predict and monitor fire outbreaks. Yet, despite these innovations, fires continue to claim lives and devastate landscapes. Climate activist Margaret Klein Salomon warns, "We built our civilization for one climate, and now we are fundamentally changing it by America is burning fossil fuels. Without urgent action, the cycle of destruction will persist, and America is burning will remain a somber refrain." The variability of climate-driven events, from torrential rains to bone-dry droughts, poses a dire challenge. Hydroclimate whiplash, the rapid transition from wet to dry, creates perfect conditions for catastrophic fires. This vicious cycle is a stark reminder that unless profound changes are made, the future will bring more scenes of destruction. As the embers settle and rebuilding begins, we must confront the reality of a changing world where America is burning with increasing frequency and intensity.